From the heart of Philly, this is CBS News Philadelphia. Investigators will be back on the scene of a Norfolk Southern train derailment in Bethlehem that spilled diesel fuel and plastic pellets along the Lehigh River. We'll tell you about the work being done to contain that spill.
And for a lot of people, they are annoying and they're also a safety hazard. Well, now Philadelphia police, they are cracking down on people who ride ATVs and dirt bikes in the city. The latest on the effort to try to get them off the streets.
A live look outside. Get ready for rain to start moving into the region. Meteorologist Kate Bilo's tracking when it should arrive. Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the news at 7, streaming on CBS News Philadelphia and on Philly 57. I'm Jim Donovan.
And I'm Janelle Varela. Hope you had a good weekend, everybody. We are going to start with our next weather forecast because, as we've established, Kate, can't top yesterday.
No, we're not even going to try to top yesterday. Yesterday was unbelievably beautiful. Today is starting out very nice as well. Not to downplay today. Today is kind of cloudy, but it is still very, very mild. We're heading for the 60s again. But you can see the clouds starting to roll in down the shore. It was a beautiful sunrise, but now the sun kind of sneaking behind those clouds in Margate. And in Philadelphia, as we look over the river here toward the Camden side from Penn's Landing, again, you can see a decent amount of cloud cover. There are some breaks of blue here and there. So while I don't think it's a beautifully bright day, I think we will see at least a few breaks in the cloud cover, and we are warm. It's 50 degrees right now in the city, 50 in Wilmington, 49 degrees in Allentown right now. It's a little cooler down the shore, and that's because an east wind is really picking up as our next system approaches. So hoping to see a little sun as we go through the mid-morning time frame. We are going to warm up nicely into the low to mid 60s today once again, with cloud cover, but it stays dry for most of the day and even into tonight. Still dry at 8 o'clock in Philadelphia, even as rain starts to spread into Delaware and South Jersey. That's where it'll go first, with this system moving in, creeping in from the south and arriving later tonight. So what's ahead with your full forecast coming up? That rain creeps back in tonight. We'll time that out for you. That's the first of three rainmakers to track just this week. And we'll look for some breaks in the action when you may be able to get outside as we head through your next 7 days. Chandler, I'll send it over to you.
Thank you, Kate. Well, this morning we're enjoying a nice, dry, clear Monday morning commute. We'll start off on Roosevelt Expressway, Route 1 here as you travel with the headlights in that southbound direction heading toward the Schuylkill Expressway. Taillights traveling toward Broad Street. Really nothing to worry about on Route 1. No construction, no accidents at the moment. And we have those great conditions to kick off our work week. The rails, though, a bit of a different issue. We do have some problems early morning for SEPTA buses already operating with delays due to crew shortage issues. Market Frankford line previous equipment issues have cleared for both directions, so you're pretty much on time or running close to schedule, both eastbound and westbound. But now we have over 2 trains already canceled along the River Line due to mechanical issues. So double check those schedules. And an earlier crash we were following on the PA Turnpike westbound. It had 1 lane blocked, really right in the middle of the 2 exits of Valley Forge on Route 29. Well, luckily that crash is now on the shoulder, Janelle.
All right. Thank you for that, Chandler. A gunman remains on the loose this morning after a man was shot and killed in Philadelphia's Oxford Circle neighborhood. That shooting happening around 11:30 last night. This was in front of the Burger King along the 5800 block of Castor Avenue. Investigators believe the shooting stemmed from an argument between the victim and the shooter on a SEPTA bus. Police say when the victim got off the bus, he was shot and killed. And staying in Oxford Circle, crews battling this raging car fire. This was in an alleyway between Kindred and Souter Streets around 12:30 last night. As you can see, the car completely engulfed in flames, but firefighters did manage to get it under control shortly after they got to the scene. The cause of that fire is under investigation.
Today, National Transportation Safety Board investigators will be heading back to the scene of a Norfolk Southern train derailment just outside of Bethlehem.
And that derailment causing diesel fuel and plastic pellets to spill into the Lehigh River. Waukesha Bailey joining us now with the latest on the developments there. Waukesha, good morning.
Good morning, guys. So cleanup efforts continue this morning following a 3-train collision derailment that happened Saturday morning. And after seeing video of what was left on the tracks, train officials and residents nearby say it's a miracle no one was hurt. So NTSB were still on site Sunday afternoon, speaking with crew members trying to find answers to what caused this accident. 3 Norfolk Southern trains trains were involved in a collision that happened around 7:15 a.m. Saturday along Riverside Drive near Bethlehem. NTSB preliminary investigation states an eastbound train hit a train stopped on the same track. Now, the wreckage spilled onto an adjacent track and was hit by a westbound train. Several cars in two of the trains fell into the Lehigh River along with diesel fuel and a small quantity of pellets. Now, officials said there was no danger to the public from the derailment or the spills, and no evacuation orders were in effect. Now, Sunday morning, residents were shocked at the site.
Thank God no one got hurt.
No one's fishing there.
You know, and they contained the area. Seems like they contained it pretty good, and hopefully everybody's okay.
And Norfolk Southern has come under fire in the past year for multiple derailments, including one in East Palestine, Ohio, where 38 cars of 151 car train derailed and 12 others caught fire. There was also a derailment on April 8th in Pittsburgh and another on May 10th in Newcastle, Ohio. And as for Saturday's derailment near Bethlehem, no injuries to train crews or anyone else was reported. And the next update is in 3 weeks when NTSB releases their preliminary report. Jim?
Thank you, Akeisha, for that update. Appreciate it. Well, we're staying on top of a deadly crash that closed I-95 for nearly 7 hours yesterday morning. The crash happened in the northbound lanes near Aramingo Avenue at around 3:30 a.m. We do know at this point that 2 people died. Another person is in critical condition, but we still do not know how many cars were involved or how this crash happened. We'll be following the story today, and we'll bring you updates as we learn more. Philadelphia police continue their crackdown on ATVs and dirt bikes. Yesterday, officers confiscated nearly 20 vehicles as the warmer weather brought out riders to the streets. CBS News Philadelphia reporter Ray Strickland has the details.
It's a familiar scene in many Philadelphia neighborhoods. Dozens of ATVs and dirt bikes, their drivers speeding, popping wheelies and swerving in and out of traffic.
I see people doing wheelies around the square. It really is crazy.
Joe Blatt calls the antics dangerous. Blatt says he sees them frequently. That's because he and his wife live near City Hall, where the riders often pass by.
There's noise at 2 or 3 in the morning from people doing that. I mean, it's incredibly stupid for a city to allow that to happen.
Philadelphia police recently announced they are increasing their manpower on the weekends to crack down on the illegal use of ATVs and dirt bikes on city streets. On Sunday, a CBS News Philadelphia photographer was rolling while police impounded 18 ATVs and dirt bikes. Police say majority of the ones confiscated will get destroyed. The crackdown is a directive from Mayor Sherelle Parker, who says she is making the reduction of quality of life crimes a top priority. Many people told us the issue needs to be addressed, but some also don't see it as a huge issue.
When they're just swerving, that's very dangerous because it kind of frightens the drivers because you don't know, like, to get out their way, to just mind your own business and hope they don't hit you. Like, it's just very disturbing.
I don't think too bad of it. Like, I can see other people thinking it's annoying, but me, myself, I kind of would like to own an ATV one of these days, but I wouldn't be driving it in a city.
And for me, it doesn't really affect me personally.
But for Blatt, it's an issue that literally keeps him up at night, and he's hoping the city does more to address what he thinks is a big problem.
And for a city that depends on tourism, it's absolutely insane to let that happen.
Now, for the city, addressing this issue isn't that simple because police department policy does not allow officers to chase the riders. But by ramping up enforcement, police are hoping that it will set a new tone, that they will no longer let it fly. Reporting in Philadelphia, Ray Strickland, CBS News Philadelphia.
All right, Ray, thanks for that report. Meanwhile, cleanup efforts resumed this morning in North Philadelphia after a fire over the weekend badly damaged multiple storefronts. That fire broke out at a 3-story building. This was on the 3500 block of Germantown Avenue around 2:30 Saturday morning. Officials say 5 businesses were damaged. Community members say they are now coming together to help the owners affected to rebuild.
We just got to rebuild, and the community, we just got to come together and help them because this strip has been here for so long, since I was a little kid. So just to see this, it's truly sad.
We're told 2 firefighters were also hurt as they battled the flames, but they are expected to recover. The cause of the fire is under investigation.
Well, you all know that Philadelphia has a lively bar and restaurant scene. Now, one bar in the city is getting top honors. We'll have the details coming up.
Also, the latest on the race for president, Nikki Haley scooping up a primary win as new polling raises concerns about both President Biden and former President Trump. We have those results when we come back.